Those moments when you're not playing, then it becomes more prevalent in your thinking if you happen to be a player in that particular situation. And at the end of the day, you just got to recognize it as part of the business of the game.
It's always there, isn't it? The business of the game, always in front of these players.
Yeah.
Look at the 76ers starting group. The young stars, Simmons and Embiid at the 4 and 5. Fultz is out there with A-Train. And it's Covington in at the 3 spot. And so it's the Heat hitting on the board first. Fultz the pass to Covington. To the middle, down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Simmons, fades away and sinks the tough shot.
That to me is good use of the mid-range J by Simmons, taking whatever the defense gives him out there.
Dragic finds Whiteside. Outside Dragic. Back to Whiteside. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic.
Boy, I like seeing the ball get to that spot. It doesn't get much better than that.
Passes it to Covington. Embiid against Whiteside. Here's Simmons. No good off the front iron. And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, there was no shine on that effort. Really lackluster. Their D was nowhere to be found.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Now here's Embiid. He had 10 points in the win against Chicago.
Yeah, but his shot blocking was a factor as well. 3 on the game, just a major presence on the D.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. So we'll see Ben Simmons go to the line here. That one's on Johnson. The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Dragic kicks to Richardson. Pass to Whiteside. To the paint. It's blocked. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Here's Dragic. It's stolen by Fultz. And now the 76ers on the break. Here's Covington. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Covington's got his first bucket in this one.
Incredible looking pull-up from Covington. I mean, he's a tremendous shooter who prides himself on knocking down rhythm shots.
Dragic with a wide open look. Miami no good on that time either.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
With the amount of characters and personalities on this Sixers team, Clark, you can't help but notice the attitude they play with.
Yeah, they play with edge. They play with brashness. Some would say arrogance, but all of the championship teams have some element of that, and that's where they're looking to go. On occasion, if their emotions get out of whack, it can get them in trouble, but I think they'll learn as they grow to tone that down and use it in a positive way.
Here's Dragic after the made shot from A-Train. Dragic the pass to Whiteside. It's over Embiid. Will it go? And the shot is good from Johnson.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness and the fearlessness there, Greg. I mean, very committed to getting the shot he wanted.
Now, here's Covington. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. No good from A-Train. The Heat trail by 3. Johnson dishes to Dragic. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And I respect the craftiness and savvy of Dragic. I mean, when he gets positioned deep inside, he finds a way to score.
Simmons passes to A-Train. It's Covington on the wing. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Now we have a chance to pay homage to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, A-Train.
Well, you just look at the scoring he's provided and the numbers he has put up, and it's a no-brainer. Rarely does someone carry an offense this much and not walk away with some form of hardware for their effort.
Now here's Waiters. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Johnson. His last 10 games, averaging 9 points per game, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, and I like what I'm seeing right now.
Waiters outside. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Simmons passes to A-Train. Simmons against Johnson. Now the pass to A-Train. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. A-Train's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Waiters outside. Kicks to Dragic. Back to Waiters. There's the three. That's his first basket of the game. 1 for 6 and looking for more.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at him. Show him you can shoot from outside all night long.
The shot's good from A-Train. And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
Yeah, they gave up in that one. The defense constantly breaking down way too many times.
Yep, and that's not a winning performance. I mean, you got to tighten up the defense moving forward if you're going to get some W's.
And a new group getting ready for Miami. Winslow's checked in for Johnson. Rodney McGruder comes in for Richardson. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Waiters. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Amir Johnson's checked in for Joel Embiid. Sharge comes in for Simmons. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Fultz. Here's A-Train. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. And he banks in the layup. He's got 11.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
The Heat trail by 5. Johnson with it. Pass to Whiteside. Now here's Ellington. He's covered closely. Johnson surveying the floor. The Heat need to get a shot off. And the jam by Whiteside.
And Hassan Whiteside in this deep. Forget about it, Kevin. I mean, he's great at getting inside and finishing with force.
And what a story for Hassan Whiteside. A second-round pick back in 2011. He's bounced around. I mean, the G League, China. He even played over in Lebanon. It wasn't until 2015 that he emerged seemingly out of nowhere as a factor for the Miami Heat.
Basket counts.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
Miami's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And Whiteside in 2016 receiving a 4-year max contract break from the Heat.
Amazing how far he's come. Set the franchise record for most blocks in a game. And pretty impressive when you think of the big men who played for the Heat. We're talking Lonzo Mourning and Shaquille O'Neal, no less.
Yep, that one goes in there.
And how about 6 of 8 with that one? And there is no slowing down this young man.
Johnson kicks to Whiteside. Back to Johnson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's his first foul. And the 76ers making a change here. Redick is checked in. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the 76ers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Certain guys just make it look effortless. And Clark, I'm sure you would have a nice list of some of the smoother operators, smoothest scorers in the league now.
And there's only one guy at the top of it for me. I mean, I love a lot of guys, and there are a number of guys that put up big numbers. But when you talk about uniqueness, size, agility, touch, range, KD is where it stops.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just been nobody quite like him. George Gervin comes to mind because of a similar build, but the Iceman was 6'7", maybe 6'8". KD is pushing 7 feet tall and just a tad more athletic. I mean, I just don't know if we've got a more lethal, smoother scorer than him.
And so in the game for the 76ers, Covington and Simmons, the duo at forward. A-Train is out there with Fultz, and it's Embiid in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, A-Train in the last game against the Bulls was tremendous. He finished with 51 points, and he was on target from everywhere, hitting from deep as well as making his free throws. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it. And he took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. I mean, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Greg, something really stoked his fire. Man, there was no holding him back. And when a player is that locked in, you just got to sit back and enjoy the ride.
Here's Fultz. Dion Waiters making his last shot. And here's Fultz. He has 5. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from James Johnson.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's A-Train. 13 points in the game. Back to Fultz. Just 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Dragic. And Waiters, here we go. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 4 assists now tonight. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Miami.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is working hard on the offensive glass. They've had a number of putbacks.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Timeout called, the Heat. Mike Muscala is checked in for Joel Embiid.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Simmons. His last 10 games have been exceptional, getting around 12 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And the numbers, while pretty outstanding, I mean, we've now come to expect that from this guy.
Completely in harmony with what his coach is trying to do there. Just a marvelous all-around talent.
For Philadelphia, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And the first one drops.
And watching Robert Covington and how he plays out there, great 3-and-D guy, the ultimate role player on a team, and he just gels well with his teammates and doesn't force shots.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
You know, guys, you got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
And Philadelphia has possession. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Executed on the road, stay focused, stay consistent with who you are as a team.
I love that, Greg. You got to do that away from home. It shows how connected they are with one another playing that way, and excellent chemistry.
Here's Waiters after the Sixers pick up 2. It's Richardson on the wing. Back to Waiters. Shot clock at 6. The tray. And Josh Richardson gets the 3. Richardson's got the game tied up here for Miami.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Here's A-Train. He's guarded by Waiters. Here's A-Train, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Clark, when you played, you were dominant inside. Are you surprised at how perimeter-oriented the game now has evolved into?
No, not really, Kevin, because of the three-point line and what it means. The game was created as a game of putting the ball in the basket. Initially, it was by getting the ball as close as you could to the basket with big guys with drives, and now with the three-point line, the shooting has become a premium, and it's really one of the great elements of the game for me, and I love the way folks are playing it now.
Defensive rules have sure made a big difference in this game, haven't they?
Yeah, great point.
And Simmons is right there.
What an incredible effort from Simmons, using his length extremely well when he's crashing the glass.
And Waiters kicks the Dragic. 55 seconds left in the second quarter. Lets a floater go. Offensive rebound. Waiters. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Really active down there, imposing his will and force, and seeing his efforts pay off.
Here's Covington. No good off the back of the rim. And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Miami Heat, trailing by 2. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Simmons. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And really, Simmons makes it look elementary, simple. I mean, the way he attacks defenses from multiple angles is hard to deal with if you're defending.
Outside Dragic. Dishes to Whiteside. No good that time.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. 76ers ahead, up by 4.
Thanks, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. A-Train has been sensational.
Well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
And, you know, Greg, I like how they've set the pace. There's a lot of time left in this one, so there's no rush. You don't have to go 70 miles an hour. Keep it at about 45.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Miami. Down low, it's Johnson and Whiteside. Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. And it's Richardson in at the small forward position. The 76ers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And the Australian Simmons is a star in the making thanks to his extremely versatile and high-level skill set and big frame.
Dragic finds Johnson. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Johnson's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Miami. Here's A-Train. He's guarded by Waiters. Pass to Embiid. Here's Fultz. Inside. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It goes on Dion Waiters.
Kevin, for a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor. He knows and feels when a guy is open.
That free throw good from A-Train. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Dragic the pass to Whiteside. Back to Dragic. From deep. And the Heat, another 3.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Bucket is good. And that's 17 points for Ben Simmons.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do to prevent Simmons from creating space. I mean, it's quite honestly what he does best in pick and roll situations.
Here's Dragic. Second chance shot. Right side. And Embiid with the block. Simmons passes to A-Train. Fires for three. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's to the middle. Here's Richardson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And Josh Richardson at the University of Tennessee was a pre-med student. Plans on becoming a surgeon. But when the NBA became a possibility, he said he had to switch to an easier major.
And instead of spending 4 hours a day studying, he put that time into the gym. The terrific defender in college, was the 2-time All-SEC defensive player. And with the newfound focus on basketball, he has blossomed as a scorer.
Just 5 on the clock. A nice shot by Embiid.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Here's Johnson. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got his 6th assist on the night. The 76ers lead. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Charge has the open look. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. With a tie, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. I mean, that's where he makes his money.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. Hassan Whiteside really making a difference here.
Absolutely on fire. They need to regroup and figure out a way to slow his roll.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the 76ers.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been big.
So it's Miami now. It's a 5-point game. Johnson kicks to Magruder. Johnson against Johnson. And no good that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Hassan Whiteside continues to develop. Now, Miami coach Eric Spoelstra said it's got nothing to do with his stats. He's going to do that no matter what. It's about making winning plays and caring more about his teammates than he cares about himself. Now he can lead in a different way because he has the respect of the locker room. Kevin?
Terrific, D.A. Thank you. It's Redick on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. Redick passes to A-Train. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Heat trail by 4. Johnson outside. He kicks it to Ellington. Johnson inside. Covered by Redick. Clock at 4. And the shot is good from Johnson. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up with the 76ers. Pass to A-Train. And Philadelphia with another turnover here as we close in on the start of the playoffs. Let's see how the East is stacking up. And take a look at the 76ers. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And checking out Miami, 2 spots down the ladder right now.
And I think for Miami, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
Hey, they're amongst a big group fighting for the bottom few playoff seeds, and that's going to continue all the way through the end of the season. I think they'll get in, but it won't be easy.
Outside for Redick. The pass to A-Train. Shoots it up. The 76ers again can't hit it.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
And you can live with those over-the-back calls sometimes because at least it's an effort play.
Well, you still got to know the situation and be aware. I mean, he wasn't getting to that ball. Best to not get out of control and pick up that foul.
And Miami making a change here. Waiters is checked in. Simmons checked in for the 76ers. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's A-Train. He's got 20 and taken away by Johnson by himself. And then Johnson with the dunk.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Simmons finds Johnson. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Chandler the pass to Simmons. On the wing, Johnson. 6 to shoot. Ball's knocked loose. Can they get it? Good. He hits the jump shot. And the 76ers lead by 2. And Miami shooting in this game 45%. Pass to Whiteside. Now here's Ellington. He started closely. Shots good by Waiters. Waiters got it all tied up now for the Heat.
Playing big, willing to go toe-to-toe against the guy who towers over him.
Yeah, I like his heart there, the competitive spirit. I mean, refusing to be held in check by bigger defenders. That's all heart and competitive spirit.
Back to Simmons. 5 on the clock. Passes it to A-Train. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. That's now 22 points for A-Train.
You got to recognize Simmons is a pass-first guy, which is why you can't leave somebody open around him.
To the paint. Ellington kicks to Whiteside. Waiters against Johnson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The Heat have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. Free throw, good. Waiters. A different look for Miami. Johnson comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And it's Richardson in for Wayne Ellington. Philadelphia also making some changes. Muscala, he's checked in for Johnson. Robert Covington comes in for Wilson Chandler. And it's Fultz in for J.J. Redick. And the 76ers call time here.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. A-Train, the pass to Simmons. Got it done with the hook shot. Simmons got 4 points this quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Waiters surveying the D. Pass to Johnson. Kicks it to Waiters. It'll count. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. 76ers lead by 2. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so, in the game for the 76ers, the incredible Simmons and Embiid down low. Fultz is out there with A-Train, and it's Covington in at the 3 spot. Waiters outside. Back to Winslow. And the rejection by Embiid.
Solid read from Embiid there. Terrific at anticipating when that shot is coming.
Here's A-Train. He's guarded by Waiter. Embiid's shot is good. And the 76ers lead by 6.
Hey, and when guys at this level are that close to the basket, they ain't missing. I mean, especially when there's no defense in the neighborhood.
Johnson finds Waiter. Richardson with it. And there's the pass to Johnson. Over Simmons. And right on target. Good.
Well, that was a terribly difficult shot, but still, somehow, some way, it went down. Wow.
The 76ers leading by 4. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Kicks to Covington. Feeds it to Embiid. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
A floater, and Johnson with the lay-in good.
He didn't have a single point in the first half. Bagel, 0 points, nada. He's starting to get into the groove here in the second.
Passes it to A-Train. From 12 feet out. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Heat trail by 4. Here's Waiters. That shot off the mark. Nice defense from A-Train. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Dion Waiters.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And free throw good from A-Train. And Miami making a change here. Dragic is checked in. Both free throws good from A-Train. Heat have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And the Heat call time here. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. He is not happy with the perimeter defense. He said, guys, our three-point line is too lax, and we're getting wide open shots. Got to get over screens and get on top of them and get them off the line. We'll see if they get the message, guys.
Okay, David, thanks.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Covington against Richardson. He kicks it to Dragic. On the wing, Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebound by the 76ers. Pass to A-Train. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. 76ers moving the ball around. 13 feet away. And he can't bank that one in. The Heat trail by 5. Here's Waiters. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Seems like he's in a hurry. He's kind of rushing his shot. Clearly out of rhythm right now. That's a big reason why they're losing.
The Heat have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Here's Dragic from outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. The shot's good from A-Train. A-Train's got 9 points here in the second half.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
Covington with the steal. Now here's Fultz. He's guarded by Dragic. Fultz, no good. Miami trailing. And Waiters has it in the corner. Pass to Dragic. Shot clock at 6. Back to Waiters. And it's off from three-point range. Simmons passes to A-Train. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Waiters dishes to Dragic. Waiters on the wing. Uncovered. And right through it goes. And the 76ers call time here. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
The 76ers leading by 4. Now here's Fultz. Now Embiid. And he banks in the layup.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
It's Richardson on the wing, covered by Saric. And Waiters kicks to Johnson. Shoots over Covington. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from James Johnson.
And you're starting to see some tired legs on those defenders as we come down the stretch here.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, fatigue really a factor. You can see the heavy legs, and that's why he was wide open on that shot. The defender just couldn't get to him.
There's the pass to Embiid. Here's A-Train. Passes it to Fultz. The 76ers need to get off a shot. They get it again. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Right side finds Richardson. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. It's good. And now it's an 8-point 76ers lead.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Here's Dragic. And Embiid with the block. Here's A-Train. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And obviously a total team player. Saric is a guy, if his teammate is open, he's going to get the ball.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
From 15 feet away, Richardson no luck. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Here's A-Train. He's guarded by Waiters. To the middle. Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
And Embiid is H-E efficient. That's super efficient, folks. When he gets cooking, the defense knows they're in for a long night.
Outside Dragic. He dishes it to Waiters. Johnson left side. Kicks it out to Richardson. Good. It's Johnson with the assist that time.
Forget about him. I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Now here's Fultz. Defense is right there. And again, it's Philadelphia.
You know, Fultz has a nice feel for when to let the mid-range J go. I mean, showing a real desire to make this a deadly part of his game.
Pass to Johnson. Doesn't go for it. Some solid defense from Saric. Here's A-Train. Pass to Fultz. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's A-Train. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Dragic left side. Baseline J on the way. The rebound by A-Train. So it's Philadelphia now. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Puts one up from 19. The shot misses. And it's Miami the other way.
And with the time remaining, I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah, it would take a miracle for them to come back in my mind. Like Tracy McGrady against the Spurs type of heroics. A lot of points and a little bit of time.
Now here's Fultz. He's guarded by Dragic. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Out to the wing. Here's A-Train. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he does get the second one. And that'll push the lead to double digits.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win.
And the Heat call time here. They're trailing by 10. 5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole it's hard to climb out of.
Well, to me, they look emotionally spent.
Ellington kicks to Winslow. Smith the pass to Johnson. The three. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, everybody, I'm your host, the man sitting in the middle, Ernie Johnson, with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Well, what a treat. The NBA postseason begins. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Philadelphia 76ers at Wells Fargo Center. Checking out the 76ers, the top seed in the East. They'd never admit to looking past their opponent, but their goal is to make short work of this series and keep fresh for a title run. And tipping off the series tonight, Kenny, when you're entering a game one, what are you trying to establish?
You're just trying to get into the mind of your opponent. You're trying to get in that space, be aggressive, and take care of the basketball. Because once you get in their mind, you never leave.
What am I thinking right now? What am I? Get into my mind. What am I thinking right? What am I thinking right now?
You're like, what is Shaq going to say next?
No.
What?
Thinking about a tuna mill.
Oh.
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay.
Shaq, what you got?
Well, if things don't go your way up front, don't get discouraged. Be willing to make adjustments if something isn't working. You got in my mind in the 94-95 finals when you swept us.
Yes. You know how we got in his mind? You know what I heard? Those were the birds that I heard inside his mind.
You know what I'm thinking right now?
Toast with that tuna milk.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
playoffs have arrived, and a young duo looks to make a new splash. The Bulls are looking to prove their bid has substance, that they are not simply chasing an illusion. Will they bring enough to steal a Game 1 road win tonight against the 76ers? Round 1, Game 1, the NBA playoffs, coming up next.
Welcome, everyone. The regular season is in the books. The battle for the East begins. Round 1, Game 1. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. It's the Chicago Bulls and the Philadelphia 76ers. And take a look at the 76ers. So important in a 7-game series to maintain the home court advantage. The fans, the players, the coaches, guys, they know it's all on the line.
And, well, other than Game 7, I think Game 1 is the most important game of the series. For them as a home team, especially, lose this game, and then there goes home court advantage.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Levine and Parker are the wing. Markkanen is the 4, with Lopez in the middle. And it's Dunn in at the 1. Lopez outside. Outside, Levine. No good off the back of the rim. Here's Simmons. That shot misses. So the Bulls will take it the other way. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
Parker right side. Lopez kicks to Dunn. Parker outside. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter.
Known for his defensive chops, Covington's length and timing is what allows him to bother shooters.
They get it back. Stolen by Markkanen. Levine passes to Dunn. Back to Levine. Dunn kicks to Markkanen. And it's Lopez at the elbow. Outside, Levine. Shot clock at 5. A three-pointer off the mark. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Coach Fred Hoiberg.
We talked about the importance of stealing one on the road. Coach told me they want to come out, push pace, and set the tone early. He said if we can find a way to take this first game, it gives us a lot of confidence. And if they do, Kevin, just like that, they'd have home court advantage in this series. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And the shot goes down. Simmons got his first points in this one.
Oh, the quick hands of Simmons. He's great at realizing when to risk going out to steal.
Parker outside. Pass to Dunn. Now here's Levine. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. To the paint. And the jam by Levine.
And the chemistry. I mean, Levine has with these guys, isn't it evident? Tremendous at finishing off these alley-oops.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Happy. Here's A-Train, guarded by Levine. A-Train, the pass to Fultz. Simmons against Markkanen. The shot. No good from Simmons. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. 4-point game. To the inside. Here's Levine. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
But this is the confidence Levine has in himself. I mean, he knows he has the touch to score inside.
To the left wing. Here's A-Train. Knocks down the 3-ball. A-Train's got 5 points so far.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, yeah, he's a guy who can carry you for stretches, long stretches in this game. You want to get him involved early and often.
Oh, here's Parker. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Lopez. That one misses. The 76ers leading by 5. Here's A-Train. And the layup full. He's got 7. Here's Dunn. And the pass to Parker. And the dunk by Parker.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screen play. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Yeah, guys, and his teammates love it. Gotta get him a few big pats on the back.
Now, here's Dunn. It's blocked, but they'll get another chance. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Decent at catching it in from the mid-range. I mean, it's obvious that Dunn wants to improve his jumper.
Simmons finds Embiid. Lopez with the block. Parker against Covington. Parker passes to Levine. And he slams it down right on top of Joel Embiid.
Got to give Levine some love. Many of the dunks he pulls off are just flat out nasty.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Yo, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Here's Dunn. Over to the left wing. Parker kicks to Lopez. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Chicago shooting their first free throws of the night right here. Some changes for Philadelphia. Saric is checked in for Ben Simmons. Chandler comes in for Robert Covington. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Markelle Fultz. Then for the Bulls, Carter, he's checked in for Lopez. Portis comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And it's Denzel Valentine in for Zach LaVine.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. The 76ers shooting their first free throw tonight. That free throw good from A-Train. And here is Dunn. And Embiid with the block.
Well, you got to be careful around Embiid. When he's around, he's capable of coming up with these blocks.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now into the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
Parker passes to Cook. Parker with no one around, and Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Here's A-Train. He's got 14. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Dunn kicks to Portis. Passes to Carter. Parker outside. Pocket 6. Embiid with the steal. Outside Chandler. Pass to A-Train. Down low. And Embiid throws it down.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And it's happening at both ends, trying to end this thing before it begins.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Well, the pace right now, that's being dictated to them. They have to try to get it back to their tempo, to their style of game.
J.J. Redick's checked in for the 76ers. And Chicago also making a switch. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. A-Train, the pass to Moscow. The shot, no good. And the Bulls going the other way now. So for Chicago right now, Markkanen is the 4 with Lopez in the middle. And it's Zach Levine. Then there's Parker. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position. Parker kicks to Markkanen. The pass to A-Train. The 3. Jabari Parker comes up with the rebound. Bulls trail by 6. Outside Levine. Back to Parker. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. For Philadelphia, they've gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Here's A-Train, guarded by Holiday. Pass to Fultz. Here's A-Train. The 76ers with another miss. Oh, Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And that one's good. Parker.
And look, he's not an easy man to defend. He'll get his points one way or another.
Philadelphia leading by 4. Here's A-Train. He's got 14. Lays it up off the glass. A-Train's got 16.
That lead's only going to keep growing if he keeps shooting it like he has so far.
Bulls have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, A-Train in the last game against the Bulls delivered a big performance. He scored 33 points and was on target the whole night. Didn't miss very much. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game they'll always remember.
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. I mean, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Oh, yeah. Once he got them on the ropes, he never let them off the hook. It was full speed energy. It was great.
And here's Levine after the three-pointer from A-Train. Parker looking over the floor. And stolen by Simmons. And now the 76ers on the break. Covington wide open. He fires. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists now in this one. And so Levine will bring it up now for Chicago. Down by 12. Lopez outside. Levine finds Parker. 5 to shoot. Passes it to Lopez. No good.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those 2 things that he possesses.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Man, this is a joke. Right? I mean, there have been some glimpses of hope, but they've been few and far between.
Bulls trail by 15. Bean passes to Markkanen. Lopez outside. Holiday with it. Now guarded by A-Train. Levine wide open with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. Levine's got 8.
Solid at realizing when to take these shots. Levine's eyes light up. His passes are coming his way.
Here's Simmons out to the right wing. Here's A-Train. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. A-Train's got 10 points in the quarter.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, yeah, up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus right now.
Levine kicks to Lopez. Parker outside. Got a hand on it. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. The 76ers making a switch here. Embiid's checked in. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the bucket from Markkanen.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Simmons with it. Pass to A-Train. Again, Philadelphia.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
To the left side wing. Parker finds Lopez. Holiday guarded by Embiid. They get a hand on it. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
Wow. Solid court awareness. Leave someone open on full squad and you're going to regret it.
Bulls trail by 16. There's the pass to Markkanen. Covington against Parker. Rebound by the 76ers.
Look, it would be a huge boost for them if he could start knocking these down.
A-Train, the pass to Fultz. At the top of the key, Embiid. Passes to A-Train. And he uses the glass on the layup. A-Train's got 28.
Something lit a fire under him this quarter. Their lead safe as long as he's on the floor.
Levine kicks to Markkanen. Lopez outside. We've got 1:48 left in the first half of basketball. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And I like the way they're using the entire court here in the second quarter. Their three-point percentage has gone through the roof.
Holiday, he's got 5. That 3 off the mark.
And it's a confidence shaker when you can't hit a wide open 3 like that.
To the inside. Here's Simmons, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
He's finally got into rhythm here in the second. His shooting percentage has taken a nice jump.
Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, just hitting a reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
And the chance to draw up a great play. I mean, this is a chess match at work.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Saric checked in for Simmons. Redick comes in for Robert Covington. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Fultz. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Carter comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Justin Holiday. And it's done in for Levine.
A high percentage shooter from these spots. Portis has tons of confidence in his inside scoring ability.
Pass to A-Train from 18 feet away. And he can't bank that one in. Here's Parker, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And this is his second trip to the line in the game. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. 13 points up at the end of the period. They kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big.
Well, look, we've got a lot to talk about, but first, you are now Rookie of the Year. How special is this for you?
Oh man, it's amazing, DA. It's just been a long road just to get to the NBA, and now to be Rookie of the Year, it's unbelievable. You know, it still hasn't quite sunk in. You know, to everybody's helped me along the way. Knowing my new fans this year, I truly say that this award is for all of you. So thank you.
Real humility, and it's obvious the love is shared equally at both ends. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. A-Train has been sensational.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Oh, well, he's a tricky cover. He does a good job of sensing the defense, making the right move at the right time.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. And so in the game for the 76ers, Covington and Simmons, the duo at forward. A-Train is out there with Markelle Fultz. And it's Embiid and it's center. Here's Markkanen. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. Markkanen's got the first basket of the second half here for the Bulls. Now here's Fultz. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Simmons inside. He's guarded by Markkanen. That one is good from Joel Embiid. Bulls trail by 13. Dunn dishes to Parker. Kicks to Markkanen. Back to Parker. Knocked loose. Covington with the steal. Fast break. Here they come. No good from A-Train. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Chicago with the ball. The ball shooting from the field. 44%, not bad. Dunn with it. Now guarded by Fultz. Embiid against Lopez. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Dunn misses. Philadelphia leading by 13. Covington passes to A-Train. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. To the paint, stolen by Levine. Now here's the fast break. Parker leading the way. Here's Dunn. And it's good on the assist by Parker. And that's now 6 points for Chris Dunn. The 76ers shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Pass to Covington. Launches it. Good on the triple. Covington's got his second bucket of the night.
Stretching the floor with his outside shot. Covington, a true marksman. He doesn't lack confidence.
Parker inside. Simmons is there. Parker's shot is off.
No, that's just a quick move to the 10 and an even quicker reaction by the D to stop.
No one near Fultz as he lets it go. His three-pointers off the mark. Bulls trail by 14. Outside, Levine. Inside. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Levine's got 13 points.
As soon as Levine hits a few of these, you know he's feeling it. Just keep getting him the rock.
The pass to A-Train. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Fultz. Goes to the reverse layup and puts it in. And the 76ers lead by 14. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Bulls trail by 14. Levine kicks to Markkanen. To the wing on the left. Now, here's Dunn. Guarded closer. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's A-Train. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got 4 assists now tonight.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Dunn dishes to Lopez. It's stolen by Fultz. Outside, Simmons. A-Train sinks the triple. A-Train's got 33 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Dunn kicks to Markkanen. And it's Lopez at the elbow. Outside, Levine. Shot to stop the run. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. 18-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. So we'll see Ben Simmons go to the line here. It's on Lowry Markkanen. Johnson, he's checked in for Embiid.
When it's clear Simmons is a unique player. He's 6'10", a guard. He passed the ball, moved the ball, great vision. It's a no-brainer that he's been compared to Magic Johnson and LeBron.
Lopez with the steal. Dunn, wide open, he fires. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Dunn's got 4 points this quarter. And the 76ers decide to take their first timeout here. Bulls making a switch here. Carter's checked in. And so here is Philadelphia. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Shoots from 12. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Bulls trail by 17. Parker outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Parker's got 11 points.
And it's important that Markkanen develops his floor awareness. I mean, passes like that go a long way.
Here's A-Train, guarded by Levine. Here's A-Train, and he makes good on the way. A-Train's got 35 in the game.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
And defensively, you know he's feeling good right now. And then as the opposing team, you better adjust your scheme accordingly.
Parker drives in, can't hit from 12. The 76ers leading by 16. Here's A-Train. He has 35. Dean with the rebound.
Thought he was going to be able to take advantage of the D there. He had the space.
Done outside. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Simmons got his 5th rebound right now in the game. No good from A-Train.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And Parker with the basket on the assist by Levine. He's got 13.
He's capable of doing many things well. Levine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
Here's Simmons. High quality look, and he sinks it.
And he can be devastating with that little hook shot of his.
Bulls trail by 16. Dunn kicks to Markkanen. The dish to Levine. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. He can't hit that time. Johnson with some nice D. Here's Simmons. That one wide left. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Out to the right wing. Got a piece of it. In the corner, it's Levine. No good on that one. Now the 76ers take it the other way. And the 76ers call time here.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, yeah, he might have seen something he wants to exploit. But we'll see what they run coming out of this.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Saric checked in for Johnson. Chandler comes in for Robert Covington. The 76ers leading by 14. So for Chicago right now, we've got Carter. Jabari Parker is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Chris Dunn. And it's Valentine in at the 2. No good from A-Train. The Bulls shooting 43% for the game. Dunn outside. Dishes to Carter. Parker outside. Shot clock at 6. It's pulled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Lopez is checked in for the Bulls. To the right side. Here's A-Train. Fader on the way, and it's good for 2. A-Train's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the 76ers. 4th quarter still young, just over a minute played. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Saric. And here is Valentine. Clock at 6. Trains it from 17 feet out. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Pass to A-Train. Up and in on the layup. A-Train's got 39.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
Parker finds Portis. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the 76ers.
Maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
I don't know, but one thing I do know is that he'll hear about that shot during the next time out.
A-Train, the pass to Saric. Here's A-Train. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. A-Train's got 6 in the quarter.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Dunn kicks to Portis. Pass to Lopez. To the inside. The rebound by A-Train.
I like the burst to the bucket right there, but the finish has got to be better.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, it's been a team game, a number of contributions. Guys staying focused. That's why the league continues to grow.
Lopez passes to Parker. Chandler with the block. Here's A-Train. The feed now to Saric. And that one, good.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Looking to end the run, Lopez. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And the 76ers with some changes. Robert Covington's checked in for Chandler. And it's Fulton for J.J. Redick. Chicago also making some changes. Markkanen, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. And Levine subbed in for Denzel Valentine. And Zach Levine gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
On the inbound, hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. 9 points for Dario Saric.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Levine finds Lopez. Back to Levine. It's deflected. A second chance effort.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
The shot is good from A-Train. A-Train's got 45 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Markkanen against Saric. Here's Parker. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. He kicks it to Fultz. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Markkanen on the double team. Saric, that's good.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Dunn passes to Markkanen. Back to Dunn. Lopez outside. 4 on the clock. Here's Parker. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, he hasn't been very precise at all in this quarter.
Saric passes to A-Train. Down low. Here's Embiid. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
The Bulls shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Levine inside the three-point line. And again, Chicago. No good. Covington in the corner. Here's A-Train. Guarded by Levine. A-Train hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. A-Train's got 47 points. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Outside Levine. To end the drought. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from A-Train.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And he uses the glass on the layup. A-Train's got 49 points in the game.
Just increasing their advantage. And right now, they're in a zone on both ends.
Oh, that's why you see them flexing a little bit. They're feeling good about how they've dominated.
Dunn kicks to Levine. And now the 76ers on the break. And got it! Another basket. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Chicago has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Saric against Markkanen. Dunn looking over the floor. 6 on the shot clock. Over Fultz. Dunn misses.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Yeah, going up against a big run, trying to mount one of your own. I mean, it's exhausting and takes a tremendous amount of energy here.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
That's good for A-Train. And the 76ers with some changes. Mike Muscala is checked in for Embiid. Johnson comes in for Saric. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Markelle Fultz. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Lopez. Valentine comes in for Parker. Justin Holiday's checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's Payne in for Dunn. Here's Holiday. The teardrop falls in.
Oh, look at the soft touch on the teardrop.
They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react. And that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Knocked loose. Taken away by Holiday. 3 on 3. Here's Payne. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. 1:46 left here in the fourth quarter. To the paint. Here's Covington. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Cleveland is not afraid to finish with power. Covington loves to dunk it home.
The Bulls shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. Now here's Payne. He's covered by McConnell. Payne dishes to Markkanen. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down and what will be a win here in game 1 of the series for the 76ers.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for A-Train.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Just 4 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. That one goes. Count it. A-Train's got 55.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Well, a well-earned victory, feeding off the energy of this hometown crowd really all night.
Now, here's Valentine. He's guarded close. A baseline J. Count that one.
The mid-range game of Markkanen is so sweet. I mean, early on, he's demonstrated how dangerous he is from out there.
And so the 76ers can now just hold on to the ball. Pass to McConnell. Now the pass to A-Train. Philadelphia winning this one easily. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Locked and loaded. That's what I'm talking about.
Appreciate it.